Good morning, Eastern. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to fall. Today, Tuesday, September 22nd, is the first day of fall. So, what does that mean? Well, eventually the days are going to get a little shorter, a little cooler, as we head towards winter. But as you can see here, still beautiful weather and very nice out. So enjoy fall. It's, in many ways, the best time of year here in the Bay Area. You been there the whole time?
Yeah.
I didn't know she was there.
Yikes! I made a mistake yesterday. I'll be the first to admit it, although you probably figured it out. On yesterday's riddle, there were some words missing, and they were important words. What you saw and what I read was, what's bright orange with green on top? What you should have seen was this. What's bright orange with green on top and sounds like a parrot? Oops. Sorry about that. Hopefully it didn't cause too much confusion for you. Did want to give a shout out to the classes that gave it a shot anyway. Were probably a little bit confused, or in some cases came up with more than one right answer, and also pointed out, hey, Mr. A, I think you're missing some words in there. So Mr. LaFleur, Miss Heller, Mr. Zepeda, and Miss Avilola all gave it a shot, heard several good answers like a carrot, which is what it was supposed to be, but also a pumpkin, because if you're missing that second part, a pumpkin also works. So, again, please accept my apologies on that. I will try and learn from my mistake. Which brings me to my next point. If you've been at Nystrom for a number of years, you've probably heard the expression, failure and difficulty are feedback. What does that mean? It means learning from your mistakes. And so, here, I made a mistake yesterday. I will admit it, but I'm going to try and learn from it. So as I record this, when I get done, I'm going to go back and watch it to make sure it all makes sense and there aren't any big oops in there. And that's really what we want you to do in class when you make a mistake, because we all make mistakes. We make little ones throughout each and every day, and that's okay, as long as we're learning from them. You may have also heard the phrase about learning from mistakes, and what I would say about that is anything that is worth doing takes a lot of practice. One thing I love to do is ride my bike. But just like you when you were little, I was not born a natural bike rider. It took me lots of practice, and I fell, and I got back up, and I fell, and I got back up, and I kept trying, learning from each time and trying different things until I got better at it. And now I love it. And so anything that you want to do, you're probably going to struggle with a little bit. And it's how you learn through those failures that will define your success. You can even apply it to video games. Something to think about. If you get through all the levels on the first try, is that really a fun game? Or do you go, this is too easy? You want a challenge, and maybe you don't succeed in that first attempt, and you go back and be like, okay, how am I going to beat this level? And eventually you figure it out. So lots of ways and lots of examples about how you can learn from your mistakes, and that is the important thing. So I apologize on yesterday's riddle. Hopefully I do better today. Let's see. Here we go. All right. How do oceans say hello to each other? How do oceans say hello to each other? Let me know what you think, and we'll give a shout out to those classes that get it right tomorrow. And as we will be doing all week in honor of Latino Heritage Month, wanted to just bring attention to some important Latinos and Latinas throughout our history. And so today's is particularly relevant in several ways. First, her name is Sonia Sotomayor. She is on the Supreme Court, which is the highest court in the United States. She is the first and only Latina woman on the Supreme Court. She was also only the third woman to be a Supreme Court justice in the history of our country. She was appointed in 2009 by President Obama. She is still a member of the Supreme Court, a little over 10 years later. While she was born in the Bronx, which is in New York, her family is from Puerto Rico. So I started off by saying this is important for several reasons, and one of them is the Supreme Court is in the news a lot right now, because another female Supreme Court justice, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, just passed away. And so there's lots in the news as we head towards the election and the country and our president tries to decide who will replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So, just trying to connect what's current in the news along with honoring some famous Latino and Latina people throughout history. So Sonia Sotomayor is today's person we are honoring.
That is it for today. Remember those 4 B's. Be responsible, be respectful, be safe, and be honest. Have a great day or not. The choice is yours.